Greetings and good day, YouTube. How are you doing today? I myself am pretty excited to you last left off with and continuing to do dailies and just have ourselves a grand old time. Today is Friday. With me today is Grant Kirkland. Just chilling in the chat and being side commentary while I play. Let's say hello. Hello. I am back.
Hello. Welcome here.
Cool.
I was just saying I'm not that shot that this stuff I'm looking at is already sold out.
What stuff is that?
Pokemon EV packs.
Oh, Pokemon packs, yeah.
Yeah. EV, like Leafeon's already sold out, Glaceon's already sold out, Flareon's already sold out, Jolteon and Vaporeon are already sold out. I'm waiting for the Flareon.
Honestly, it makes sense. It makes sense that
Evolutions are very
like
popular.
that get sold out.
Evolutions are popular, especially when you were given the alternate
Is it
art
like
for the
card packs, Pokemon especially, have seemed to have made new introduction. Like, I did not expect them to be this popular at this year. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, because COVID wanted people to collect a bunch of shit, and they're like, oh, I'm going to try Pokemon cards, and it just blew the fuck up.
Well, it seems like it like for a year and a half of COVID, because COVID's been going on for fucking years now.
God damn it!
It seems like for a year and a half, there's been like
I don't take myself anywhere really.
nothing with them, and then all of a sudden it exploded. I guess I just missed a lot of it.
It's been like that, and since the most recent pack with Evolving Skies, which has Evolutions in it, and alternate art, which looks beautiful, mind you, I'm annoyed because even if I get that pack with the full art Flareon, the side art for Flareon, and the alternate art, I'm not going to be able to get first edition.
Oh, that sucks.
That bothers the hell out of me.
Well, you'll be able to get first edition, but you probably have to pay out the ass to get it.
Yeah, because I can't just go on the website and order it, since it's going to be a second wave for it.
Yeah.
And the second wave for the Evolving Skies is already there, and since normally, if they just say it got restocked, then that's not a second wave. But if they say second wave for the bots, which is already sold out, mind you, on pre-order, and it comes out in December.
Yeah.
I'll probably find it in a store, to be honest. But if I'm not able to, I'm really torn between picking it up or not. Because I'm a very avid collector. And saying, yeah, I got Flareon, but it's not first edition, would bug the fuck out of me. Like, more than you would think. Because say in theory I would want to, like, say I bought like 2 of them and I would want to sell them, well, I'm not going to be making as much money as the guy that has the first edition, now would I?
No, you would not be. Sorry, I'm a little bit focus mode right now.
It's not, it's on.
First blood. FNGs always go first.
But yeah, no, Evolving Skies is practically all fucking sold out right now. Also,
Giving him the chimney.
yeah, no, there's just a lot of stuff that is just sold out because of what's in it.
Yeah.
Like, what? How should I put this? With there's a certain bots I want to get. Well, besides like the Flareon stuff, which I got a tin of Flareon, which was nice, and I'm happy about that. Another one I wanted to get because I wanted to get Evolving Skies, and I can still get this trainer bots. That's not a bad deal. Actually, picking that up. I might pick them both up because there's also a 10% sale. So if I pick it up at $60, I'll save $12, including shipping, which will be free.
Say 15% or more on car insurance?
Get Geico right now.
One of the funniest tweets I think I've seen recently is Zen tweeting out, "No, I
No,
cannot save you."
I fucking saw the Zen one. I'm dead ass. I'm sorry. Well, I saw the Zen one, and I'm like, it was beautiful. I'm like, wait, that makes sense. And I'm like, oh yeah, because of the
Give my
Little
shield.
gecko.
Little gecko, yeah. And then having the gecko.
I'm absolutely floored that we survived that. I did a significant amount of damage, but didn't get an elimination.
I'm doing some math in a minute.
All right.
I may pick up those boxes right now.
How much is it gonna set you back? You don't have to say it if you don't want to, obviously.
I don't care, it's money.
Well, not everyone's able to
Ring
just
ain't far. Half of one.
buy 80 different packs of Pokemon and be like, doesn't matter. Just a dip in the bucket. Drip in the bucket. A fucking
Let's see.
Mozambique and an RE45. I would like something different.
So I'm picking up both. I'm picking up both Eevee Elite Trainer boxes because yeah, no shit. Obvious.
New kill leader. If they're getting caught.
120. Oh, that would be nice. You have to spend like 200 to get free shipping. So I'm just checking everything.
Reloading.
So in theory, it would let me with shipping 140.
Reposition.
I'm so pissed off about missing the shots that I missed just then.
So that's what fear
Fuck.
smells like.
It happens to the best of us. You've seen how much shit I whipped in my game.
I know, but I'll blame it on this being the first game, and I'm being rusty. I felt good at the beginning, and then I got wrecked by a bow. Yeah, whatever. It's better than I have been, so I'm okay with that. Also, I'm eating chips and popcorn. My apologies if you hear me crunching and stuff like that, and I talk with them in my mouth. I hate talking with my mouth full, but
Am I the only person that doesn't mind doing that because I chipmunk it?
it bothers me because I personally dislike listening to someone do that, like talk with their mouth full, so I don't do it myself. Because I don't want to subject people to things that I dislike, if that makes any sense.
No loss. Safety's off. Weapons free.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to Elden Ring. That is a game that I'm going to spend too much time in. And I cannot wait to see what type of mods will come out for it, because it's coming out for the PC right off the rip. Like, you know how... okay, can I gush about Elden Rings a little bit?
Oh, go ahead.
The horseback double jump, the horseback
Jump
combat,
master. Ready up. This is a good LZ.
the fact that there's a map in the game. There's different weapon arts, there's magic, there's all kinds of things.
We're dropping hot.
I am extremely excited just to see how it all works together, because of how different it's going to be from what everyone's normally used to when it comes to a Miyazaki game. And from what I've seen from everybody's gameplay so far, be it Vati, Vidya, or Maximilian Dude,
Didn't you get early access to the game?
well, the less early access, more something called a network test. So yeah, they did get early access, I guess.
Okay, I bought the boxes.
Odd.
132. Basically, the amount I was going to spend on the Pokemon games, I spent on Pokemon packs.
If you get more enjoyment out of the packs than you would the games.
I do, because here's the thing. With Evolving Skies Variant 1 and 2, it's all the evolutions.
Imagine passing out before even taking a sip.
Alright.
I prefer having that, and I'm actually tempted to not even open up those boxes. Yeah, I'm not going to open up those boxes. Fuck that. If they come sealed, I'm not opening them.
What? What? mean, then again, it's the same thing as if you were to just hold on to an action figure, I suppose.
Here's the thing, though. Just because, like, I don't desperately need to open those packs.
I'm gonna sneeze.
3, 2, 1. Bless you.
Ugh, my apologies.
Fine.
Looking for the times 6 scope that I saw recently.
So it's not that bad. I still know how much I'm going to have for Christmas, so that.
Any specific ideas for Xmas gifts?
I already got mine.
Oh,
I already got them from my half sister. I got her Ratchet and Clank: A Rift Apart. I got her the display new copy, so it's not wrapped.
Oh, okay.
It was the last copy, so I also put some insurance on there.
Attention.
You know, in case
Very
anything is bad.
understandable. Very understandable.
Yeah. It's not fully sealed. I prefer having that. Plus, I prefer having it in general. So if something bad happens, I can't be like, well, fuck.
I am taking fire, friends.
It's more of I just want to like be secure, and I get that some people don't like giving receipts with the Christmas gifts because it's rude. I'm sitting there like, what if they don't like the gift and I picked the wrong gift or I got it for the wrong console? Just return it.
That's a great concept.
Bogey right here. Bogey here.
I'm not offended if you don't like the game or if I got the wrong gift. Take it back. I don't
Shit.
mind. What?
And we got completely obliterated by another squad. Like, they came way too fast and were not prepared.
Also, here's a weird question. Do you always get that like feeling of like if you're buying something and you have got some extra cash and they say, oh, would you like to donate to this? You're just like, yeah, I'm going to donate $5 or like $1.
No, that's
like
not a
something.
weird feeling for me. I always like trying to... that.
I just do it to do it. I'm like, I just...
No, I think it's
You
a
know.
good idea to have the, like, yeah, no, if you're going to give somebody a gift, always have it set up to where they could potentially, because it's a thought that counts, yes, but it's also one of those situations of, like, why not
The All Father
have them be able to,
today.
like, I'm more of a person, like, just give me money for something, you know what I mean? Because I like getting my own shit.
No heart to calm.
So, like, for example, my list this year includes a webcam and a green screen, which is kind of not a last-minute decision, but I've been debating for the last year if I wanted to fucking use them. And a couple of things that happened yesterday, like the funny moments that made me react in such a way to where, like, my facial expressions, I had a moment where I thought, I wonder what my face looked like when that happened. So I decided, fuck it, I'm gonna use a webcam. You got any thoughts and opinions on that one there, Chief?
Give me a sec.
Alright, that can be done.
These fools while their parents never loved them. This way sound good?
That's it.
Hands up, Daddy.
Okay, so it's just that sense of like the thoughts on webcams. I personally don't want to use a webcam.
Yeah,
don't.
I had a similar, like, mindset for a while. But
Like I get. How should I put this?
Enemy over
I
there.
get why people like webcams, but I
Any takers?
don't. I get extremely nervous around people, especially new ones,
Try the next train.
and
True.
so therefore I would get really nervous if I had a webcam on.
well, I decided, you know what?
Reloading.
Let's fuck it. Let's just see what happens, you know?
Yeah.
And it's not even a worrisome thing for me. Like, I don't care if
Reloading.
people know what I look like.
Shooting at me. Reloading.
Focus mode.
Yeah.
So today I spent $150 because I got food also today.
Well, that sucked. Anyways, where was I at?
Webcams,
Oh, yeah.
not caring about what people.
I don't care what people like that they know what I look like. I really don't. But for the longest time, I was debating whether or not I actually wanted to have
Reloading.
webcam active because it just like I thought it would always take away from the stream. But I guess it adds just enough to where it's adding to the like it because people get to see your reactions and facial expressions and that, so I guess that's just something I am gonna play with and see how it does. I will definitely be
Well, yeah.
utilizing a webcam for Elden Ring, for example.
And for Skyrim too. I want to see you make the biggest fucking pog face you will ever do once you start fishing.
I mean, if things work out the way that I kind of have them planned, I should be playing Skyrim by the time I have a webcam set up, so maybe I will. But I'm not gonna... If you see any emotions on screen, it's gonna be natural shit. It's not gonna be stuff that's like
That's shit.
me making it up.
Well, a lot of people don't make them up; they just amplify
I've been
it.
training all day, so it's about time that, you know, we do
Oh my
some
god, the
fighting.
names of these characters.
But with the whole Christmas, it's like I don't feel insulted if I fuck up on a gift. Just because of that sense of like, well, like it's the thought that counts, and I actually do listen a lot and pay attention a lot and do give a damn. But that doesn't always mean I'm going to be 100% right.
Nobody's ever gonna be 100% right.
Try fighting in
Exactly.
6-inch heels.
And having that insurance there and having that safety thing, because that insurance, that's insured for 2 years.
That's a good thing to have, and like insurance is such a good thing to have. No matter what,
This might be a
no
good
matter what
place
you're
to land.
purchasing.
Heard that.
Because like normally, if it's like a fully sealed case, I wouldn't really bother with it because it's a fully sealed case. You know, it's not going to be like terrible, right?
Hmm?
But even though it's a display case, that's a new
Excited to see you
it's a
all in
new
the ring.
display
Don't
case.
worry, there's plenty of me.
It's still open,
Better lies
and
below.
that sense of like, whenever it's Christmas, I always want to get brand new, unopened, untouched, completely new. So that insurance would be as a safety measure for me, because
So-
that's how I am.
For me, when it comes to like insurance and receipts with the gifts and stuff like that, it
My ultimate
is more of a line of like
Wanna check out that area.
safety, if you will. You know what I mean? Like, what if you buy something and it only lasts for a day, or for whatever reason, something gets it fucked up? You know?
Or the most common thing with parents and with kids when they're buying games. Oh, I bought you that like God of War you wanted.
And it's
And-
like the first God of War game.
So, yeah, or something like that. Or it's just like, oh, I bought you that Call of Duty, and you got it for the wrong console. It's
Mhm,
like,
mhm.
thanks.
I've had that happen once or twice.
You're
actually.
not mad. You're just like,
Disappointed.
ah, you did good.
You did good, kid.
You did
But you
good.
missed it by this much.
I did, and if the parents are like stern and they don't give you the receipt for it, you're just kind of like,
You're
well,
stuck.
I have a game if I ever get an Ed spot, I have a game for it.
That, or you do what me and my buddies would do at high school and literally trade games with each other. It was the funniest shit ever when some of my friends would come
My ultimate's good to
from
go.
the holidays and be like, yo, did you get this for this system? Yeah. Did you get this for this system? Yeah. And they would switch the same game because they got it for the wrong systems. It was hilarious.
And then the parents, I
And
guess
it's like,
some of the parents.
it's okay. It's not even just that the parents messed up. It's that they're two different parents messed up in the same exact way
Heads up.
to the benefit of the two friends.
Backpack.
And I guess though, but it's also very embarrassing for the parent.
True.
Like it's like they tried so hard with it, and it's just like nice, cool. That's why my dad just like,
My
well,
parents
I
would
don't know what
always just like,
give you money.
yeah. That's why I
My
made the
dad,
comment I
my
made.
dad got into that habit real fast. There's few things he knows I want, like if a new PlayStation comes out, it's like, yeah, that's on his list. But
True.
besides that, he's just like, I just don't know what to get you, because he doesn't want to get a game I already have. Because 9 times out of 10, if I'm talking about a game I want, and that game goes on sale, I pick it up.
SMG here.
And then if he said, oh well, this game's gonna be your Christmas present, or if say I was talking about say most common, I was talking about Witcher 3.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, well, I know he likes Witcher 3. And then I pick it up on Steam on sale. And then I open up on Christmas, Witcher 3. I'm like, how should I put this? I already have this. I don't want to say that. I really don't. Because it sounds so disrespectful saying it.
I mean,
Especially on Christmas.
Backpack here. Level 4.
But granted, that's why my dad also just gives me money, because he doesn't want that to happen, and he doesn't want to like mess up.
yeah.
And that's what I mean. There's like few things where he knows 100% I want this for Christmas, because I tell him outright. And there were like some great Christmas. Like I remember he bought me a DS and DSi one Christmas, and he bought me Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Pokemon Platinum, and Escaping from Planet 51.
Okay. For a minute, I thought you said Area 51, and my brain was like, that's a fun game. I played, I don't know if it was called Area 51 exactly, but...
I think it was Planet 51 because it was based on the animated movie.
No. The game that I played was Area 51. It was based on you being part of a squad or something like that. That went into Area 51 because there was some type of a breach or something. And you basically had to rectify the breach. Long story short, things don't turn out that well. And you're basically fighting through Area 51.
But I will still say the best. I do love those Christmas. Like I do love those surprises for Christmas. It does really, especially when they get it right, it feels fantastic. I still remember the best surprise I got was, well, one of them was my Wii. But another one was, I was watching this YouTuber play Kingdom Hearts during Dream Drop Distance, which was for the 3DS, which I did not have. I didn't have a 3DS at all. That was whether I guess one day, or I was talking about it a lot. He, on my birthday, he didn't tell me anything. He didn't tell me anything at all. I'm just like, well, whatever, it's my birthday, whatever. He comes in, he says, come into my room, there's a surprise for you.
Yeah.
It was a black 3DS
Okay.
with Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance
Oh.
Special Edition that came with QR codes where you got bonus minions, and he got me the guide for it.
Wow.
I still remember that birthday. I don't remember which one it was, but I still remember what happened. And that was probably my favorite surprise. Because not only was it from someone that I know isn't that well versed in games, but two,
See, at that stage, the fact that it went out of the way to figure out what exactly it was, that's phenomenal.
yeah, like he got it and everything, and I'm just like freaking out, like, oh, thank you. I beat that game in a week.
Oh, wow, that's a lot of time spent in it.
I beat it in a week.
For me, it's kind of funny because my parents have just, like, it was always like, here's money, go get what you want, or a family friend, basically, who introduced me to the Grand Theft Auto and Metal Gear Solid series. That's where a lot of my time went. Like, I never really went out a lot of the time and got games until I was like 13 or 14. I got four Cabela's hunting games, got a couple fishing games, got sports games, the Grand Theft Autos, the Metal Gear Solids, bunch of war games like the
You and I
Like the,
will survive together.
Road to Hero 30, Earned in Blood, those games. I played all of those.
I played a lot of random games, and there were a few games that my dad actually, while we were at the store, they were on display while we were at the cashier, and he said, "This game looks good," and it's just like, yeah, like, here, I'll pay for it. Like, this game looks good for you. I'll pay for it. One of them was Red Dead.
Evolver?
Another one was,
Or
no, Red Dead Redemption.
oh, okay.
It was like 17 bucks. It was like way after it came out. Another one was Darkness 2. And I think another one was Shadows of the Damned. So kind of a theme. Like,
Yeah.
he knew I liked gothic shit. I still love gothic stuff. And Western games are a lot of fun. I may not like a lot of Western movies, but Western games are a completely different category to me. Like, they're lots of fun, and I always appreciate when my mom or my dad kind of go out of their way to be like, I know he likes this, and like picks it up. It feels so much more special to me. And there's this one Christmas, basically, it was probably my favorite gift from my mom, because she dropped a lot of money for it, but it was still kind of like, I still cherish it. It was a meaning behind it. With my favorite character, with my Arn statue, my mom called up to me, and this was when I was young, and then I was like 12, 13. She asked, "Hey, I'm going to be picking up an Arn statue. Now, do you want me to spend you $100 to get you a replica, or $500 to get you the real one?" Me being me, I said the $500 one, because
Okay.
I want the I'm a collector. I was a collector when I was a kid also. And you know, Christmas comes around, and she shipped it up to where I live, because I don't live with my mom. And it was the $500 statue. And looking at that statue, I freaked out. It was so nice. I still have it on display. It never leaves my room. I adore it so much because it's my favorite character from the Final Fantasy X.
Understandable.
And
That wouldn't leave your location.
it's a collector's item. It's from my favorite game. It's my favorite character from that game, and it's from my mom.
Yeah, it's a
So
series of reasoning that makes
it
sense.
has a lot of meaning to me.
Mhm.
And if someone just says that's just a stupid statue, it's like, to me it means
See,
a lot.
you don't need to have, like, not only is it sentimental, it also is very expensive, so it's a double whammy of importance there.
Mhm.
The sentimental value trumps the actual value, though.
Yeah, because the thing is, like, she has also gotten me like necklace sets. She got me 2 necklace sets, one for Kingdom Hearts and one for Final Fantasy.
The ring is distant.
She's got me a Sephiroth statue. She's got me a Final Fantasy clock because she said, I want to get you something more practical. I'm like, okay, yeah, I still like it. never changed. I still liked it. A lot of stuff she has got was because she always listens to me a lot. And the conversation with me and her on the phone goes for like 30, 40 minutes sometimes.
There is another squad. They're attacking.
They're long, but I have a lot to talk about with her, and very, very good conversation. And also she was the one that got me Guitar Hero when I was really young. She got me Guitar Hero when I was like 5 sets,
Your time is not over
like
yet.
really young, but I loved it. And playing it, always jumping on my bed as a kid, just rocking out. Felt so good. So, the gifts that I get for Christmas and birthday, I do hold very, very dear, because it shows that a person that's giving it to me. Here's the thing, I appreciate money, I appreciate it. But when a person goes out of their way to get something that you were eyeing at for a long time and you just couldn't afford it, that kind of hits you right in the face.
I'm listening.
And that is what I appreciate the most, because it shows that that person A, listens to you and actually does listen, B, remembers what you like, and C, went out of their way to get it.
Half the squad's remaining.
It's not like, because like what I do with Christmas is like, if they, I'll be straight up with my mom and I'm like, what do you want for Christmas? She says, I want this. Okay. I don't go for surprises because I want to get what they want. And,
Fuck. What? How did you shoot me behind the cover? Whatever.
but I want to get what they want. And I put a lot of care into what I pick up.
Optics here. Close range.
Because I'm very cut and dry. If they say they want 3 things, I will get them 3 things. I'm very cut and dry with a lot of stuff. Because sometimes it's very grateful that you get a bonus thing, and sometimes
The thing about like the specifically getting certain gifts thing, I think it's more reasonable to do that than it is to like try and just get a gift or get something for them. One of the things that like disappoints me most is when you specifically state a certain thing, like you absolutely do not want a certain thing because you have no purpose or reason for it, and you get that specific thing, and it's like, I understand you're trying to help, trying to do this, but like, I'm not going to use what you just got me. That's the only thing about like the specifics, like.
That's like, if they say I don't want this, I'm like, fine, you're not getting that then. Like, I'm blunt with it.
Yeah.
And if they ask like, oh well, why do you not get this? You said you did not want it. But there are some gifts that since I know my mom games a lot, and I know what she likes because me and her have very similar tastes. I saw Borderlands 2. Borderlands: The Handsome Collection was on sale for $15. I told her, hey, I got you this. Even though she doesn't like first-person shooters that much, I know she's gonna like this because it's a funny game. It's a good game. Got it. She fucking adores Tiny Tina.
Oh, Tiny Tina's the best.
Yeah, she loves Tiny Tina. I remember going through the Dragon Keep DLC with her, and it was just really funny because I was just talking about like, oh yeah, I love how they're making fun of a lot of the RPG tropes of like, you can't win the first boss fight and some shit like that.
I hate
Put more
that.
of a smile on.
Okay.
But they made fun
I
of
need
that.
to bitch about that. No, I understand they made fun of it, but I have to rant a little bit about that because there are only a handful of games. There are only a handful of games that have it set up to where you could actually beat the boss, and if you do, it like has an ending for that. I think Sekiro does. I think Sekiro does.
I don't think so.
Really?
No,
That
you
aggravates
beat him, and you still lose.
That's always aggravating. Oh, that's the concept
Devil
I
May
hate.
Cry 5 does
That's
it.
the fucking concept I hate. When they have you fight somebody
Your father will gift us
and like
today.
get to a certain level of their health or delete all their health, and you
And
can be
it's like, nope,
kicking
you
their
lose.
ass, and they just go, no, no more. The only time I was okay with that was in Star Wars. The what's it called? What was it called?
Master.
The woman.
Fallen Order. Fallen Order.
Yeah. Well, I know which boss fight you're talking about.
In the very beginning, when you fight her, the sister or whatever she is, and you cannot defeat her. I mean, you possibly can, but you cannot defeat her, and it makes sense why you cannot defeat her for the character
Let's land here.
that you're playing as is not that strong, right? But
Here
when
we
you
go.
have a
Ready up.
character that you could literally never level up and
You're in view of the enemy.
still kick ass with that character, and then take that character you've never leveled up, then beat the final boss, it makes little to no sense why you can do that or cannot do that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, like I said, Devil May Cry 5 actually, it's a forced loss, but if you beat the game, it's a different ending. Like if you beat him, it's a different ending.
Okay, got
And
it.
the funny thing is, you can play on New Game Plus, where you're all maxed out and everything.
Blood. The battle begins.
You always have to force yourself to lose. Because otherwise you'll just kick the first boss's ass.
Gotta force yourself to lose. That's kind of hilarious.
Yeah, it is. I don't mind it that much. Because if you know in advance, it's not a big deal. But if you don't, there's some players that pour in all their resources for that fight. And if it's a forced loss fight, they just lost all their resources. And I'm not talking about like at the beginning of the game. I'm talking about like mid-game, when that shit happens. Like mid-game, you're supposed to lose this boss fight to progress the story, but you used all your Phoenix, lives, like Phoenix Downs and all your potions, and you're fucking out of it now. And then you lose, and then a cutscene plays and like, I was supposed to lose this? It kind of burns.
They spotted me. I'm taking shots.
That's why I'm glad that the Borderlands kind of made fun of that,
Reloading.
because it is kind of funny to make fun of it. And that was just one of the other one. They also made fun of the Dark Souls trait of someone took all my gold, like took all my gear and all my gold after they beat me, and it's like Noob Slayer @@69 or some shit. When you faced him, it was so funny,
Void jumping.
and it was just a troll. But I like when games actually kind of make fun of those tropes, because those tropes are there and people notice those tropes. You don't see it that much with forced losses anymore.
Luckily,
Catching myself up.
It's far and few between, and when it's done right. Where it definitely does feel like a battle where
you could potentially win it, but the problem is I want there to be boss fights that are quote-unquote forced losses, but you could still beat them, and if you do it, completely alters the story.
Need to
yeah,
recharge
like
my
your
shields.
character becomes the main villain instead of the main villain being the main villain or some shit.
Possibly, yeah. There's
Yeah,
one
like a
game.
different
There's
platform.
one game that came out a while back.
It's close.
Ghost, one of the Ghost Recons that came out, or whatever it was. When it came out, it actually had a setup to where you could take out the dude, like really early
New
on.
kill
You could
leader.
take out the
Watch for
boss,
them.
and it would like actually change
Marking our
the story
We're
immensely.
close to the ring. 30 seconds left.
I think they need to do stuff like that.
I feel like what they need to do is, if you're going to make it a forced loss, don't just make it a fucking cutscene. Please?
Yeah. Or if you're gonna make it a forced loss, don't make me fight the person and then put me into a cutscene. Make me lose right then and there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story has a forced loss. I'm pretty sure it's a forced loss, but granted, it's also a tutorial, so it's fine. I'm glad that they made it a tutorial into the forced loss, which that's one way to kind of nullify the forced loss. Make it a fucking tutorial. Yeah. It numbs it up a little bit.
Marking our
The worst one
Survey beacon here.
that comes to my mind that I can see a lot of people actually like pouring a bunch of resources in is actually in some Final Fantasies. There are forced loss boss fights.
Package being delivered.
And
Care package incoming.
I guess I've had a
What's
personal
so
dislike
I'm taking fire.
for just.
I have fallen.
That was the whole.
Hold on.
You'll be alright.
Oh, that was the whole thing. Never mind.
Smart.
Yeah, I just have a personal dislike
Kill leader
for forced
down.
losses because, like, there's this. I think it's more of a. What's it called when?
Attention.
Healing my wounds.
Basically, long story
New kill
short,
leader.
what happened
Watch for them.
is I was playing a game that had a forced loss, right?
Give me a second.
And
Recharging shields.
I never realized it did. So I spent too long, and I mean too long trying to beat the boss.
What game was it?
I cannot remember. It was
Have
an
fun.
old game though,
Have
an older
fun.
game.
I know
just
Two
don't
Worlds had
remember
a forced loss boss fight that you could technically
Need to recharge my shields.
beat him and you beat the game.
Toon World, did you just say?
2 worlds.
2 worlds. Okay.
Yeah, because you could like, what you could do is he's supposed to kill you,
Yeah.
and walk off menacingly, and you respawn and he's gone. But what you could do, you could hit him,
Bless me with
because it's
light.
the main villain that talks to you. You could hit him, run to the town, make him kill you there,
Kicks like a mule,
and the
but hits
townspeople
even
just
harder.
start attacking him, and then they kill him, and that's the end of the game.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
That's the
you
kind of
save
shit
ti-
that I was talking about that they need to have.
Yeah, you save so much time from a shitty game. It's not good. That
Oh,
game's
that's
not
a
good.
shame. That's a shame and a half.
So that's the best way of actually
It
beating
always
the game.
sucks
if
when
you wanna beat
the
it.
bad games have the good mechanics
Yeah,
because they don't
it does.
become mechanics that good games use.
Yep.
Which makes no sense why fishing isn't a more common mechanic because it is on all the good games.
But with but I will say there are some force losses I actually really like, because what it does, it's a force loss that throws into the second phase with more overpowered.
Oh, okay, I like that.
Yeah, I've had those.
That I like. That's a good idea.
I don't remember which one, but I do remember actually having them. Another one is this also happened in Devil May Cry 5. God, that's actually such a good game. Seriously, such a good sequel to the franchise. Holy shit.
So basically,
They
what it
did-
boils down to is a force loss that doesn't feel like a force loss. Is
Yeah.
what we want more of.
Another cool one is a win that gets turned into another good win. In Devil May Cry 5, with Dante, you beat Virgil. Okay? At the end of that fight, you see a new demon get in
Oh.
between you. I'm not spoiling who.
Wait, are you talking about Devil May Cry 5?
Yep.
I've seen like all the story there is to see. about
Okay,
it,
so
I know.
Nero
Yeah.
steps in between them, and first of all, not knowing that shit, that's just like, what the fuck? Who is this guy?
That little bitch slap almost killed me.
Round 2.
Yeah, you fight him, Virgil. I'm just gonna lay here.
To those who need it, there is an extended energy mag here.
Yeah,
Level 3.
Dante is cool. He's just cool by being him.
Replicator.
But
Energy
I
out
think
here.
what was the
He's got very little projectile
I know this would sound kind of like, it sounds edgy when in putting the concept of like, oh, Nero saying fuck you. But I'm sorry, that's empowering when you're
It's not. It's not. What was the word you just used?
edgy.
Edgy. It's not that it's edgy. It's that it's got
It
weight
feels
to
kinda
it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It feels like it doesn't belong there, but it does. It's a weird in between.
Voice actors can make almost anything fit if it's done a certain way with a certain context. And that kind of stuff fits, in my opinion.
And on top of that, it's the first time you use his devil trigger in the entire game. You don't get to use it at all.
Yeah.
So it's your first time
True,
using
very
it.
true.
And that's why, like, on top of that, it syncs with the music. So the music won't kick in with the lyrics, and it will be very passive and like mellow until you go into Devil Trigger and he says "fuck you" and it just amplifies.
That's great.
Oh, that game is too
The
good.
combat in that game looks phenomenal.
It's flashy and I like
Okay, here's
it.
a question I gotta ask you. What do you think that will be for the next DMC?
Nero would be protagonist.
Uh huh.
It's like 4.
I figured that.
I feel like the story, they would have to force Dante and Virgil out of hell.
Figured.
Because right now they're fighting in hell. Which they've done that
Enemy
before.
spotted.
With Devil May Cry 1, they've done that.
If you can play a game where the main character gets killed 2 or 3 times and then
Got a live one out
it doesn't matter,
Yeah, Dante gets stabbed a lot.
stabs himself a lot
And
too.
shot.
Come on in. Old Painless is waiting.
Yeah, he gets stabbed and shot a lot.
Out, huh? Throws ours for the
Like,
day.
a lot.
Put your
So I mean, a joke at that point, it's like, yeah, no, he does. And he got eaten. Yeah, well that's just Devil May Cry for you. If they do what I am thinking they might do, this is Mundus technically took over Virgil and sent him after Dante as one of his servants, that'd be pretty cool to see Nero and his son have to face Dante and Virgil,
Have the benefit. We are inside
Yeah.
the ring.
because Mundus's power got too much for them.
Surroundings.
Like, that would be really cool, because I could see that, but I can and I also can't, because I mean, it's Dante and Virgil, and they're old at that point. Yeah, no, Mundus has nothing on them.
Care package incoming. Let's get to the LZ.
But I still don't think... It feels like if Devil May Cry 5 is the ending of the
Give me
franchise,
a sec.
it's a
Recharging
fitting
shield.
ending. It feels good,
Hmm?
right? Everyone can kind of accept it. But everyone in the back of their head knows it's not going to be the ending of the franchise.
I mean, see, the thing about franchise endings, they're very, very rare if they make a lot of money.
Yeah, and that made a lot of money. It's gonna be a sits one.
Like, that's why it's so surprising to me that it seems it has taken this long for XCOM 2 to come out. With
XCOM is a big game.
no, I mean XCOM 3, I meant to say. My apologies. I didn't mean to say XCOM 2. XCOM 2 to come out with a sequel. There we go. That's what the analogy that I wanted to use.
Like I said, XCOM is a big game though, so I don't really blame them.
It is, but you would think that they would talk about working on it at the very least.
Some companies don't do that though.
True.
Apex was never talked about being worked on. There were rumors, but they never talked about it.
But then you guess what I'm trying to say is you would think you would hear rumors.
Some companies are just tight-lipped. Some companies legitimately get no rumors. Like nothing. And there's some companies like Nintendo that get everything rumored.
Frag out.
The Smash reveals were good, but we already knew when it was happening. And who it was.
True.
So was it really a surprise?
I mean, what was it that I was? Oh yeah, the.
Like we were talking about Sora being
this is
in
what I want
Smash
to talk about.
and
Not even Sora and Smash. We talked about Sora and Smash like 2 days before it was actually announced.
confirmed, and it's just like, oh, okay, cool. You got confirmed. Oh yeah, no, what were we gonna say?
Need to recharge my shields.
What was I gonna say? Shit.
But
What were we just talking about?
we were talking about
Recharging my
rumors,
shields.
and that's
Oh.
gone.
The live action Netflix thing for
Cowboy Bebop?
One Piece.
Oh, One Piece. I've seen a little bit of Cowboy Bebop. That doesn't look that bad.
Cowboy Bebop, no idea about so far, but the One Piece thing.
They have.
Hold on. The One Piece thing. What makes me so happy about that, or so amused by that, is because a comment that Oda made was, we are announcing, like it's been confirmed and we're announcing them. Actually, I should say we're announcing them so they don't get leaked, because of how many leaks occur. And the individuals
Check out this area.
seem to fit.
The area.
They really seem to fit with who they're playing.
I can't wait to see Zoro.
To recharge my shields.
I just can't wait.
We are inside.
Yeah.
What about Brooke? Oh, Brooke would be cool.
Well, it's gonna be a while before they get to Brook.
Yeah.
Like, you're really only gonna
Zoro
be
is at
dealing
the
with.
beginning. So. Right? Zoro's at the beginning? Because it's Zoro Luffy's journey?
Watch yourself. There's another squad attacking. Void running.
Yeah, Zoro's at the beginning. Zoro's the first crew member to join.
This journey's great. I like it.
Knocking at the door.
Just using a phoenix kit.
Nami is a second crewmate.
Yeah.
Yusuke
People
is
were
a
curious
fourth.
about like what Kobe's gonna
That's
look like and
third.
shit, you know?
Hmm. But if you actually go on Netflix,
Arcstar out.
they showed a preview for Cowboy Bebop now on Netflix. It doesn't look like the characters kind of fit a little bit.
It's a lot easier to stay alive.
Like not 100%. Like not, but something I'll probably still enjoy.
Watch out, enemy there.
Because I'm going to treat it as its own thing.
Those have a tendency to be like, I think they should do live action shows if they do anything, because you can take more time instead of trying to establish 20 years of lore into a fucking 2-hour thing, you know?
Mm-hmm. Because anime movies, a lot of anime movies are just, they're standalone movies. A lot of the anime creators, like for My Hero, a lot of those movies, you don't need to know basically anything to sit down and actually really enjoy it. They try and make
My
it their own
Hero
separate stories.
is so similar to how you could do Marvel movies. Like, you could watch Iron Man. You could watch Iron Man 3 without watching 2.
Where's the fun in that?
You don't need to watch all the films before you watch Endgame.
I didn't see Thor: Dark World.
There you
Still
go.
haven't. Why? Because I don't want to. I don't like a lot of Thor movies. When I was a kid, I hated the first Thor movie. I found it too slow. But, there was just one scene that I'm just like, oh, that scene, because I saw it again in Loki.
Yeah.
Some moments in Loki.
I'll cut us a
And it's like, oh, that's what I missed. You know, a major
Let's make a
moment.
choice. Land
Well, it's
here.
just like, oh, yeah, I didn't need to know it because they re-showed it, and that was
Here we
nice.
go. Ready
But
up.
with if you knew the scene prior, it makes it 10 times better when they show it again in Endgame. Best example, Guardians of the Galaxy. And they show.
Guys belong to me. First round's on you.
God, this scene is lovely. When they showed the beginning for Star-Lord.
Yeah.
When he gets onto that planet and, you know, roams around and starts dancing to the music, right?
Yeah.
They re-showed it Endgame without the music.
Oh god, that's fantastic.
Him just singing. And it's so funny because I forget her name,
Gamora?
but it's not Gamora, her sister,
Nebula.
Nebula. They show Nebula watching this scene also. And oh god, it was funny. And I love knowing that
See that
scene
coming.
and the rewatching it that way.
Ah, give me the fastest, please. Thank you.
Evo shield here.
But yeah, that
Because
I always love when they do stuff like that. Like they do it from a different position.
I also like the behind the scenes that gets leaked after the movie comes out.
Oh yeah,
Another
those
one
are the
from
best.
Guardians of the Galaxy was dance off, bro, you and me. And they actually have a fucking dance off. Like Ronan and Star-Lord. I just loved how Guardians of the Galaxy was paced. It felt like
Pacing's a big one.
It wasn't.
Pacing's a very big one. Like for any show, you can have it take place at any time or anywhere, but the biggest thing you need to make sure is it's paced correctly.
Because
Like, could you
the best
imagine
example
if
was-
Endgame went from like Thanos having 3 of the stones to having the rest of the stones without there being but like 2 seconds between him gathering them and him using them? You know what I mean? Like,
it's like, what?
yeah, it's hard to explain what I was trying to get at, but
No, but I know exactly what you're saying.
okay. Good.
Speaking of Endgame, Hawkeye's getting a movie.
Oh,
I'm watching it. I don't care. I love Hawkeye. I love Hawkeye.
you know what's so
man.
funny? How I think we were talking about this. The look of Thor.
Mm.
I love the idea that it's become so ingrained in everyone's mind that like Robert Downey Jr. is Iron Man and so on and so yeah, exactly. Everybody is this character, like this is this character. That
That's how well they've done it.
anytime you see like them portraying a like being portrayed by a different voice actor or whatever, or they don't look right, like they don't look like that character, your brain goes, huh. What the hell are you doing? Jurassic.
But,
I'm not going on that car because I think you're gonna try and get us killed. I refuse.
But with what I mean with Guardians of the Galaxy and Outer Space, it doesn't feel like a Marvel movie. That's the beauty of a lot of the standalone movies like that. You could just watch it by itself. The only thing that you would know is, you know, what happened before. And James Gunn does a phenomenal job.
I'm curious to see how Blade gets pushed into the Marvel universe.
We'll be in the clouds.
He has to at this point, because if you're going to get Morbius into it, you have to have Blade into it, because Blade and Morbius are part of the same organization that hunts down more supernatural stuff in the Marvel universe.
Can I just say really fast? Yes, that's probably exactly why they put Morbius in there. Thing I want to bring up though is they've already announced that who Blade is going to be. I don't remember the name of the actor,
Hop in.
but they already have a Blade,
Close second.
so that character is going to exist. That's why they made that show with Morbius. They're establishing the lore and their pacing or whatever
I'm punching out.
for Blade to come in.
I forget what the organization's called. All I know is they deal with more supernatural
Care
stuff.
package coming in.
I thought that was Morbius.
No, Morbius is part of the organization. I don't know that much.
Deal?
No, it's not Shield.
Jetpacks, this is the next best
They deal with
thing.
more like
Get this right.
vampires, werewolves, shit like that.
Oh,
Yeah, they have a certain organization for that.
huh.
Yep,
Roads? I don't
and
know.
that is where I'm mostly going to be sticking with those movies. I'm just gonna be like eyes glued. I'm like, yeah, this is my territory now. Crap. One thing I want them to do, I want them to remake another Constantine movie.
Oh, that was.
For one reason, DC has done a fucking great job with
Yeah.
Constantine.
Yep.
Remake it! Holy shit! To add even
Phoenix,
salt to
take
the
care.
wound, make Keanu Reeves Constantine again. Do it! I dare you, DC. I dare you. Because you've done such a phenomenal job putting him in animated stuff, putting him in the real life stuff, even doing a crossover with Lucifer. That was a thing, by the way. Because Lucifer is also DC.
Okay.
Called the Sandman universe.
That's why I've seen some people talking about Constantine at the same time.
Yep. Which is real cool. But honestly, make a movie like that, please. Like, that's all I'm asking. I love Constantine. I need to read it again, which I'm actually starting to. And I think the most ironic concept for that, it's all the demons he's sending back to hell. He's going to be going back there.
Yeah.
Charging on my shields.
Like, because
It's
Constantine's
kind of
not
like
a good man.
prisoner. It's kind of like a prison, not a cop or a detective or whatever, that ends up going to the prison where you put all of his people in.
Exactly. He knows where he's going once he perishes. He knows. It's not like a loophole of like he's not going there. It's like, no,
He
he's
doesn't
going
give
there.
a fuck.
Yeah, he just doesn't care.
That's what's so awesome about Constantine. He knows what's up. He just can't bring himself to give a fuck.
That's why he could stare down a demon, and this happened in the opening for the New 52. He stared down a demon saying, you know full well, you send me down there, I will start a revolution.
I've seen so many
And I will
clips.
come back up.
I've seen so many clips. Revolving around Constantine and Batman being in the
Slash one. Bogey down.
like reaction to that and all that. How he skilled the ghost or whatever the fuck they're called. Batman. How he went boo.
That's how much fear Batman puts into people.
Yep.
But it's just that sense of Constantine. I think one of my favorite scenes of this is just like it was with, I think it was with Zatanna, also a really good character actually. Basically it just said like,
Next
oh
one's
well,
fine.
you know, it was King Shark and it was like the female King Shark and Harley Quinn, and basically looks away and says, "That's my ex over there." And then she says, "What, Harley Quinn?" And he says, "Do you think I'm mad?"
Yeah. He
And then was King Shark. And it's like, oh my god.
Setting portal.
He's not mad.
Opening fire.
Eliminated.
Box 3, jumping
King
the
Shark
pod.
gets the wing. It's like, ugh.
Portal's ready. 1 second,
The
we
way
got this.
they written him
Taking
is
fire.
so well done now that I want another movie for him. I feel like it would do him justice.
Recharging shields.
Just like how Blade is getting another one. Just don't do what you did with the Hellboy reboot and fuck it up.
They spotted me. I'm taking shots.
Charging on my shield.
I
Recharging my
haven't seen the new Hellboy movie. I will not watch the new Hellboy movie. I'm dead serious on that. How in the hell is the makeup from the old school Hellboy better than the makeup in the new one? That, and I don't like how Hellboy sounds. Like that, I am picky because I grew up on
Recharging
the
shields.
OG Hellboy. And that was my first introduction to Hellboy ever.
Catching myself up.
So I think I have a little bit of right. I'm being a little bit picky.
Taking fire.
Give me a
The ring's
second.
closing in one. We're not very close. Reloading.
Whole squad crashed and burned.
Far range.
Okay, thank
45
you.
left.
Sorry about that. I had to
Reloading.
focus mode for a minute there.
And the new
But yeah, no,
drone.
it's always awesome when your first experience with something and it gets like ingrained in your mind. Like, there are some films that I'll never forget because of how my first experience was. Like,
Recharging shields.
Iron Man. I don't think I'll ever forget Iron Man. That was such an amazing experience.
Wait, hold on. Hellboy 2, I was looking at the cast, right?
Yeah.
Seth MacFarlane's in Hellboy 2.
Healing.
Really?
What the fuck?
Okay.
Wait, who's that character? I fucking
Need to
adore
recharge
that. Wait, is this actually true though? Because I see two people with that character. I adore that character so much. Joan Hen Kraus. There's like 3 people that are
Reminder, this is a non-smoking
like, you know, the German scientist. The
Yeah.
German storm. Yeah, he's Kraus. Apparently, because there's 3 actors in this that are
Recharging my shields.
considered Kraus. But no, he was one of them. I love that character.
That's what I'm
And
talking
especially-
about too. When an actor's so good that you cannot recall or you do not know that actor is playing that part.
I love that character so much, dude. Especially the first scene of like, oh, you know what's the one weakness that you have, Hellboy?
Let's go this way.
And then just keeps on hitting him. It's your temper. Like, I am so cemented it every time I hear Rob Perlman's voice, I think of Hellboy.
Yeah,
I can't think.
what has been
It's
heard cannot be unheard type of situation.
No, it really can't. Every time I hear him, I'm like, that's Hellboy. I was watching Pacific Rim, and then when he came up, I'm like, that sounds like Hellboy. That's the voice actor for Hellboy. Like, that was my first thing I said.
Healing.
It wasn't, you know, oh, he's known for all this stuff. It's like, no, that's Hellboy. And that is just not changing in my eyes because that is my favorite Hellboy of all time.
So yeah,
Just like how with some,
I think my favorite Joker of all time. I need to see Joaquin Phoenix's Joker, but definitely
that one's good.
leaning towards Mark Hamill's.
Wait, Ron Perlman also played as Optimus Primal in Power of the Primes. Yo, okay, yo.
Trying to stick with my team right now. They've apparently separated ever so slightly, and it makes me concerned.
Wait, he's Slade in the new Teen Titans?
There's a scene I saw recently where Ra's al Ghul and Shredder working together, and I was like, oh, I wonder how this is with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Holy shit, that was violent.
Bogey spotted.
45 seconds, rings
Yeah.
close.
Adventure Time. This is Ron Perlman. He played as the Lich King.
Oh,
What?
I mean, voice actors get a lot of roles.
He played as Batman in Justice League Heroes.
New kill leader appointed.
He's Slade.
Heads up. New kill leader.
He's Bane. Okay, I can see him as Bane and Killer Croc, actually.
Reloading. Got one. Enemy down. Bandit about to fire.
Wait, he was in Kim Possible? What?
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
He was Scorpion. Ron Perlman was Scorpion. Yo, okay, yeah.
Enemy spotted.
Good. Safe to touch.
He doesn't have that much game voice actors, though. Like, he doesn't have that much game roles. Very far and few between. But
Mayday, mayday. I'm grounded.
I do adore like how attached some people how attached I get to like certain voice actors because of certain games that I love. I just really adore with some of them, like again with Ward's voice actor in Darksiders. I adore how he sounds. And that's Liam O'Brien. That voice is
Oh, I'm dead.
Phasing.
so he voices War,
Picked up our teammate's banner.
and it's I adore how he sounds. Because every character in that game, their voice really fits them. Like, Death is very sarcastic and witty.
Only next time.
War is very cut and dry. Like, you know, honor and everything he still has. Also, Liam O'Brien was the voice actor for Asura.
Yep.
Asura and War. Okay, yeah. That's a GG from me. I adore. It's just how attached I truly get because like memories and shit like that for me. Also, just like how Ed Boon's Get Over Here will always be in every Mortal Kombat for Scorpion. He always puts it in, and because it's fitting. Everyone knows that line. Even if you never played the games, you know that line.
I mean, in the movie, didn't they not use his "Get Over Here"? And it just fell off for everybody?
Probably. It didn't sound like it. It sounded more of an aggressive one. I'm like, what? The reason why he uses it every time is because it's cemented to what people know. He doesn't do it for nostalgia. He does it because it fits.
He does it because he's the man
That's
who
what's
made a
nice
fucking
about it.
phenomenal product, and he gets to have what he wants to have in it. If he wants to have his voice saying "Get Over Here" in it, he's allowed because he's a fucking
Creator.
badass. If that's what I always dislike when people start to bitch about something and they complain they're doing it because they created it. My immediate response is gonna be to say, well, no shit, they're doing it because they invented it, motherfucker. They get the rights to do that because they invented it, first of all. Second of all, I think they've earned the right to do it as well. You know what I mean? Like, I always get
Feeling about
upset
this area.
when I have heard a couple people complain about, like,
Self-inserts.
yeah, like an individual who, what's his name? Tarantino. Quentin Tarantino, how he always puts himself in a movie of his. I've heard somebody complain about that one time, and I immediately said, Quentin Tarantino has made, like, of the 20 films or whatever, I don't know how many films he's made, but basically,
Didn't make Godfather?
I have no idea. All I know is the films that they've made, Quentin Tarantino, 90% of them are iconic and are like household names. So for somebody like that, I think they've earned themselves the right to be able to throw themselves in a couple of their movies. You know what I mean?
And the thing is,
We're
sometimes
inside.
in a vision, even though how weird it sounds, sometimes self-inserts are the way that the person already
blood.
saw that.
Should have seen that coming.
Like they already saw it with that voice and that thing, and they can't unhear it. So they have to self-insert.
Well, that and self-insertion
Scanning the area.
has like sometimes it adds so much more to a story than you would expect. Like a lot of the problem with the self-insert stuff is a person who puts themselves into a world
Where they
will
just don't
be
fit.
biased towards their character, right?
No.
And even if that character's the main character, you still can't be biased towards that character.
You can't say, well, they can't do anything of this.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do something, it's gonna be like, one thing I want to do with the fire dragon. He would be immune to poison for one thing. He would burn out the fucking poison.
I mean,
It makes sense?
a perfect example of like self-inserts not being immune to what they create. Like, of course they have plot armor, right? You're not gonna take the main character and kill him off. You're just not.
Go this way.
However,
Enemy is here.
Scanning the area.
hold on a minute. The thing I was watching had a character get himself like scarred permanently. How did I miss every fucking shot like that? Anyways, the character got themselves maimed, basically, and it was in a realistic manner.
This fight isn't over. Get up. We routed that squad. Hardly a
That would make sense.
I'm the kill leader.
Because like a lot of the time, people put a self-insert character in, and then like their character can't get hurt at all, or
If
what
you're going to
have you.
get a person to not get hurt at all, make it understandable. Like not, they just don't get hurt because they don't get hurt. Like with what I say with the fire dragon and the dragon clan of why I would say they're immune to poison, because the dragons are in their fucking veins. The dragons themselves are in their veins, and they
Alright.
use their fucking power to like get rid of the poison really fast. Or you could just like cut it out and they spit. Like it's not plot armor. It's the sense of it may sound dumb, but it's consistent.
There's a difference
That's
between
my-
plot armor and lore.
Yeah. Like one thing I would love, one thing that I want to stick with so much is with one clan I want to do a Sparta clan, and it would be one female only in that entire clan, and the lore would be if she killed anyone else.
Reloading.
And the reason why I'm doing that is because the female spider would always kill the lover, and I would make that, you know, the person in the spider clan a almost seductress
Reloading.
that would have terrible poison.
Need to recharge my shields. Heads up.
I would do
Package
that,
coming in.
and I would say that consistently, and the only people that would actually be able to face against her would be the Dragon Clan, because they're immune to poison,
This won't hurt. Hold on.
but they're not immune to seduction, and they're not immune to
Enemy killed.
what their weaknesses are. I made,
I'm the new kill
I have done
with
nothing.
my own,
entirely expected.
Sorry, I'm talking to myself. I've like done nothing right now.
Moments to heal.
but with what I've made with this world, I want it to be consistent. I want it to be
Scanning the
set up stories that would be that, and even though my characters would be overpowered, everyone in that world is basically overpowered, so no one is. And the only reason why
Recharging my shields.
I would say the Dragon Clan would stand above the rest is because they are considered the best clan of the
Eyes are
entire
open though.
like world. Like they know how to fight and they
Recharging my
fight
shields.
because they have that power, and not many clans have magic. And they're the one clan that still has it. And I would already set up a plot line where other clans revolt against them.
Marking our surroundings.
I have it all set up, but I want it to be
Half the
very
squad's
consistent.
remain.
And I don't want it to be like, well, it's plot armor because it's plot armor. It's like,
Need to recharge
no,
my
it's
shields.
this because of this reason.
Yeah,
That would make
I
complete
get
sense.
100% what you're saying. Like,
Even if it's some stupid reason, it's still a reason.
I mean, the perfect
Recharge your
example I could
shield.
make of like lore and stuff like that being the way that it is. Do you ever question the flux capacitor
Marked my next
in
location.
Back to the Future?
No, not really. I
And you
just
want to
kind
know?
of accept it.
You want to know why you never accept it? Because
Heads up. New
the
kill
scientists
leader.
invented it, and this is how it works.
Yep, that's how it is.
That's all you need.
Oh, you want to
and-
question One Piece powers? Devil fruit.
Exactly.
You want to question why some powers are more powerful than others? Devil fruit. Or certain fruit, like power fruit. Why Sabo has fire powers? Fire fruit.
Follow me.
I mean,
Like, didn't he take up the mantle for Ace's
Crafting,
fire?
but keeping
basically.
focus.
yep.
I know that because I played the game. And they went through that.
I mean, I know that because I watched the damn anime and read the manga twice, and
I hate what happens to Ace.
uh-huh.
That shit hurt. That shit made me cry. Ace was my favorite
Same.
character, like, not even lying.
Ace was a character I liked, but Zoro all the way.
Zoro's a badass, but I like,
It's not even that he's a
Shank.
badass why I like Zoro so much. It's like,
Is it Shock or Shank?
what?
Cross sword. That Zoro fights. Like, is it Shock?
Energy
Like, the guy has like a giant cross sword and...
You gotta. I don't know exactly what you mean. Like,
ring countdown.
in One Piece.
Let's explore this way.
yeah,
The next ring's
Zoro
far.
fights somebody?
Do not get caught outside of it.
Yeah, isn't... I forget the guy's name, but all I know is his sword is like a giant sword that is a cross, basically.
Replicator.
Oh,
Like,
Mihawk,
it looks like a
Mihawk.
cross. Yeah, Mihawk. Okay, yeah, there you go.
I was so confused from it. You said chalk. I'm like, what the fuck is chalk? Like, I'm going through every like name in my head. Every
yeah,
fight
my
you said a
brain...
cross sword, and I'm like, oh, what's the name of the blade?
I don't know the name of the blade.
I'm disappointed.
All I know is he was sick. Like, I like him. He's
Hawkeye,
also very
Mihawk.
honorable. Like, he doesn't really pick sides.
I mean,
He's just kind of there.
he's just chilling, you know.
He'd be vibing just like Law. Law is cool.
Well, of course, Law's a complete badass.
I know.
Might be something good this way.
Some of the reveals
Fate-
with Law came out of like left field. I'd never anticipated them, and they were so awesome when I first saw them.
Meet me here.
Like, who the fuck ever would have expected him to be who he was? You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And the shit that's been going on at Wano lately. Holy shit, man.
I
I've
will say.
Been reading the
underwhelming
manga.
character here.
What character?
Who's that? Who's that robot guy?
Frankie?
I don't like Frankie.
Eh. I have a little bit of a like a meh feeling for
I don't like Frankie. I don't like Usopp until.
Usopp. I
Usopp.
have issues with Usopp
1 minute
being
ring's
a
not far.
I understand why Usopp exists the way that they do and why Chopper does some of their comic relief, and I understand that.
I do like how Usopp is really powerful. He deserves it though.
I'm taking shots. Rings not
With
too
that
far.
training.
45 left.
He gets like really good.
Throwing thermite grenade. Frag out.
Brook is also one of my favorites. Because, yes, of course,
Recharging my shields. Less than 30 seconds.
Brook,
Rings ain't gone.
he's cool.
Shields are depleted. Recharging.
Villains. I think his name is Smoker or something. He has a cigar and everything. and his power is he gets to turn into smoke.
Yeah.
Is his name Smoker?
Yep.
He's by far one of my favorite villains. But he's one of my favorite villains. And this is all from experience of like the game I played. And I do like him a lot. Hancock, I do like.
I've known a couple people that extremely disliked Hancock when she first showed up, and then after a couple of episodes, they were like, awesome character.
Yeah, no, like I just like it. I think the guy's name is Jibal or something like that. One of the fish people. Like Luffy's friend, and
Jinbei?
he's like a blue. Yeah, Jinbei. There we go. Yep, that one's also a good character. I know some stuff.
Fine,
Like
I have a lot of character names ingrained in my mind.
Oh, I have a lot with some animes and a lot that just don't. I just remember certain ones. There were some Marine captains I just hated because
For understandable reasons.
it's not I hated them because they were bad or evil. I just hated them because they were bad characters.
I mean, a lot of them were like kind of bland characters.
Yeah,
they were basically characters that existed just to fill out space, kind of a situation.
Yeah, like the guy that did what to Ace.
Opening fire.
It's like
I need to recharge my shields.
I don't hate you. I just don't like you as a character.
Replicator in.
Like, why couldn't Ace go out like in more of a flashier way or something?
I'm taking shots.
It was a very emotional way. He went
I
out,
mean,
but-
now I can't agree with you a little bit on Alkane's character.
We get third. There's another team on our
Enemy
right.
at that location. Recharging shields.
Another villain I just disliked as a character was Blackbeard.
I mean, we really don't know what his motivations are yet.
Don't. But every time he's there, he seems like comic relief or just to be an obstacle.
I'm gonna agree to disagree with
Need
you
to
on that
recharge
one
my
there, Steve.
shields.
I can use my ult.
I don't know, a villain, I like villains that I feel threatened by, and I don't feel threatened by him.
Tearing away.
Punching a
Oh
tunnel.
shit.
It's like I know what he did to Whitebeard,
1
but
minute. Ring. Set the
I
portal.
guess since I didn't watch the anime, it didn't hit as hard. It hit hard, just not as hard.
Getting shot at.
Recharging my shields.
Recharging my shields.
A villain I do love Buggy, but I like him because he's
45
comedic
seconds.
relief.
Rings close.
And it's enjoyable.
But yeah, I actually enjoy the character, like Blackbeard's character. We have no idea what his motivation is. I'm very excited to find out what it is and see. Or a bland one. I think he's gonna
We're
be.
close to the ring. 30 seconds left.
And what was your opinion on the person that did what to Ace?
I mean, each one of the admirals
I need some
Have
more admirals.
their own
I really
drastic
cannot push.
personality, right?
Marked my neck.
And
Disregard that.
Oh, no, that's
their own
We are close to the ring.
things of justice.
Give me 1 sec. I need to swap away.
It's very interesting to
The ring is moving for light.
like know why they are the way that they are.
Standing by for care package.
Sorry, I'm distracted right now. And I'm okay with their characters not having motivations because we shouldn't know what their motivations are if that makes any sense. No? I might have to get real focus mode now because we're at 4 squads and I'm
Pinpointed our marks. Two
3 squads,
stand
3
between
squads. So
us
I'm
and
actually going
unquestioned
to
supremacy.
mute and deafen and get quiet and focus mode. My apologies.
Moving here. Follow me. Enemy at that location.
Hostile spotted. I'm taking fire.
1 minute. Ring's pretty close. 1 second. We got this.
Damn it.
I should have known
All right.
that fighting me is
What's up?
Do you take the win or no?
It's dumb.
Damn.
We were in between
What?
both squads. Got fucked.
Oh, I'm starting to see that now. Yeah. Sucks when that happens.
Mhm.
But I don't feel any threatened by the admirals. Or like,
That surprises me.
no, it's because there were just villains that were more threatening.
I feel so threatened by the admirals because of just how like relaxed they are. Right? Like Kizaru terrifies the shit out of me.
With the right moves. Take
See, that's like the problem I feel with like a level 1 piece villains. I just don't feel threatened by it.
We will defeat all of our enemies.
Like I find them cool villains, just not threatened.
No Flamingo.
Not really threatened. Like I'm dead serious. I'm not.
I mean, it's not that I don't believe you. It's just, but like floors me personally because I'm surprised, honestly.
In case you didn't know,
I-
you get here by
Granted, I've been spoiled with the people I would be threatened by. Kafka. I like a lot of villains that I should be feared and stuff like, oh yeah, you know, I would be threatened if I'm in their world and blah blah blah. But, like,
I suppose it's one of those situations where certain villains have like pulled you.
Dropping in. Hang on.
But
yeah, cause
when I'm
I can
like
look at
paying
Kafka.
attention to a world or media, whatever it is, I try and not focus on the like things outside of it. You know what I mean? So like, let's say I'm playing Metal Gear Solid. This is gonna be weird to say, but I don't think I would be threatened by the bosses because of my experience with them. However, if I'm doing a challenge mode or something like that, yes, I would be threatened by them. Or feel threatened by them, because that's just how those bosses turned out, for example. However, when you look at like I'm trying to think of the name of another game that has bosses. It's Skyrim. Let's just talk about Skyrim instead. As well. It's weird, bosses in that game are very different, but they still exist.
New kill leader. Watch
So
for
like,
them.
Psycho Mantis threatens me in a different way than Alduin would. You know what I mean? Which it's kind of ironic because in both situations my brain's going like they don't
I've got an
like
Evo shield here. It's cool.
neither really threatened me because of my experience with them and how many times I. So not the best example, but what I'm trying to get at is if I'm playing a new game for the first time, that boss is gonna threaten me because it's that boss for that game. Like I try and keep things disassociated from one another. That's the best I could put.
I just kind of don't get threatened by a lot of bosses.
Let's explore
What trusts
this
me
way.
to saying what a good boss is or what a good villain is just how they are
Here I go.
and how cool they are. Like,
So
I've got an Evo shield here. It's
I
cool.
guess
Just
you
'cause
could
they're, like,
classify it as the boss isn't cool. Or if the boss isn't, then
it's like, threatened by Don Flamingo? No. Do I like her design? Yes. I enjoy it.
I
I like
find
how
that
he
very
is.
interesting.
I like how he really is. It's like, yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. He gives zero shits about anything.
Hemlock
And just
here.
wants to go yes. Fair. But
Got a
it's
new
also
shield
because
here.
of that
Level
one
2.
sense that really made me not really fear anything.
Helmet
As long
here.
as I
Level
know
2.
what the boss, like even the name of them. I don't really
1
get
minute.
afraid of
Ring's
things
not
that I
far.
know. Because of one thing
I mean,
my dad taught me.
See,
Of just,
to me, there's a difference between fair and threatening. Like, that's the big one. The fear is like, all right, this individual is gonna chase me and I can't do nothing to stop it from chasing me. I have no weapons, something like that. Like that's a fair thing.
Zipline deployed.
A threatening type thing is like, all right, if I don't deal with this boss correctly, it's gonna defeat me, and I don't want it to defeat me. Not that that really matters because it's a video game, but that's the general like gist of how I differentiate between fair and threatening. Like I don't consider a threat
Shut up, Cargobot.
as something to fear, if that makes sense.
R99 here.
Like another good measure is like, yeah, you know, like the armors I do like. Just if the boss can also piss me off.
Yeah, the rage
Like-
starts to compensate for the fear.
Like
or
the thing was
threat.
like, I'm just like, okay, that's a good boss because it pissed me off. Like, you did what to Ace? No, you're
Party
fucking.
inside.
No.
Oh, like I said, everybody has their own like little gotchas and stuff like that when it the things that they like or just have you.
And I mean, the more and more I dive into like gothic stuff and actually like read more about it,
I need an
the less and
extended light
less
mag.
I have a lot of stuff to fear.
But I
Because
think
it's
like
like
I should have said
that's
terrified,
how I am.
but like if you wanted to, for example, when I was talking about Kizaru,
Eyes in the sky.
The-
Care package coming in.
Dibs.
Light Admiral.
Oh, Kizaru's good. I like him.
That's why I was saying like Kizaru, like on a threatening stance. Again, not actual fear, but in a threatening way,
Half the squad's
terrifies the
knows
shit
what
out
he-
of me.
He knows what he has, and it's very
Might be
noticeable.
good to watch over there. I'll do
It gives me that
Let's go
Sephiroth
this way.
vibe. Like, he knows he'll kick your
Here's
ass.
my question.
Huh?
It's a long way off before the Admiral's that. But, like, who do you think would make a good Kizaru in the live action?
That's a difficult one. Because you have to get a person that has a threatening like tone to them, but without saying anything.
Backpack here. Level
I mean, the live act, or like, you can look up and see who's gonna portray the main five in the live action, right?
I know it's a toughie. I have no idea. Actually.
I'm always curious about who's gonna play like Kobe or who's gonna play Garp or and I've heard a couple people talk about
Throwing Arc Star.
those characters already and wondering who would be, and a lot of people are like,
Incoming, get to cover.
maybe it would be interesting to have like a well-named actor portray like the throwaway villains like Don Krieg and whatnot.
Hostile close.
They spotted me.
Holy shit. Give me a second. Fuck!
I've been down.
Reloading.
Sorry. But yeah, I would be very interested to see certain villains and stuff like that be like really well-known actors or actresses. Like, who do you think
Yeah, I put one down.
Don Krieg could be, or Kuro, or what have you?
If we're my first reaction is I want Jim Carrey to play Bucky.
Reloading.
That's a too prevalent character, I think. Like, it would be amazing to see. Good. Damn it! Oh, a third party comes in.
Wouldn't be Apex without that. But with I don't really have like a stance because, like I said, villains to me have always been weird because I don't really think about them. I just find them really fucking cool. Why I adore Sephiroth so much is like he has that threatening aura, but I don't feel threatened by him because I don't.
Starting to talk quieter.
Yeah.
Is it a bad time for you right now?
No, it's fine. It's
I was letting you know because I can barely hear you.
because with the sense of Zack could kick Sephiroth's ass, even though that Sephiroth killed Zack in an actual fight, Zack would win because 9 out of 10 they kill off the main protagonist, so that's more powerful than the main villain by a cheap way. That is that sense of like, oh, I'm just wanting to kick his ass. Like, if that is what drives me to love a villain. It's
I
like,
totally
I
see where you're coming
fucking
from.
hate him.
Follow me.
Like
So it's not threatening, it's just,
the
if you
villain.
could get
Okay,
that.
see, I'm a little bit like for me when it comes to Doflamingo. That is the villain that has pissed me off. Like that for One Piece, what is a villain that's pissed you off? Like the villain that has pissed you off?
the lightning god.
This time.
Okay. I could give two shits about Enel compared to how much
I'll be right back.
Doflamingo pissed me off. You know?
Let's
Yep.
land here.
Like
Yes.
there was something about the way he he killed his own father, killed his own brother. Like I have a big issue with people who
Here we go. Ready up.
do harm onto their family, regardless if it's blood or adoptive or what have you. So like, the moment I saw that smile get wiped off Doflamingo's face, I was so fucking happy. I'm dead.
Enemy down.
Really sorry, I'm back.
Oh, you had to step away from that?
Yep, yep, yep. Sorry.
Fuck no.
Squad attacking.
Hold on.
More jumping.
Sorry, I had to get.
The Wi-Fi.
Recharging my shields.
I got a kill, and I almost got killed.
The champion made a poor choice.
I gotta try and help my ally. Oh, my ally's already up. Never mind.
But, you know, so what were you saying with Don Flamingo?
When Don, Doflamingos,
Reloading.
Smile got wiped off his face, I was happy as shit
Phasing.
because it was finally like that moment of you are going to lose. Oh, I was so happy.
I took out an enemy.
And he knew he was gonna lose, and he did not like it.
Nope. Where there's a chance that he could lose, and he was so pissed off. I am like low on ammo, man.
But, the reason why I didn't like the lightning god so much because of Luffy,
Enemy down.
which was encased his arms in metal. And the moment that Luffy just starts winding up, it's just like, oh. It made me smile.
Holy shit!
You're fucking sweeping too.
I'm back. Logged off my drone. I'm fine. It's fixing up.
Sorry, I'm
Oh,
very
cool.
focused mode right now.
No, don't worry, you're sweeping right now. I'm saying it.
45 seconds rings close.
I'm taking shots.
I downed an enemy.
Switching to drone view. Only you and me now.
Give me that sock, please.
I'm not giving up on them.
We're close to the ring. 30 seconds left. Watch yourself. There's another squad attacking. Void jumping.
I need to heal. I need to back up and heal. Please don't be bad.
Reloading. This time I'm down.
No!
Making contact with
No! Oh, that was my best game today! Holy shit!
5 kills, be ready to lead and everything.
That's what you get for stealing the Paradise Lounge's bathroom key. Wow, okay.
I was so low on ammo that entire time. There's... Oh.
But, I just liked that moment because it was the anticipation and everything, and then the payoff was just seeing him get hit.
Oh shit, he picked me up! What? Hell yeah.
And I forget his name, but it's like Luffy fights an electric god or something like that. I forgot his name.
Electric Dog? What?
Electric god. Like it was on an Angel
Enel or
Island.
Enru?
Yeah. Seeing his ass get kicked was so much fun. Even though it seemed like that he was like a throwaway villain, it was satisfying as hell. So
Person 4342 is about to die. You need to careful, my dude.
but
Their vision is based on sight. Don't move. Oh my god. That was so dumb. And I love every second of it.
Understood.
And he's gonna get chased down like a dog. There
Yeah,
better be
but-
some good shit there.
you see me.
Ooh.
If you've seen me juke someone out of that, other people can. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna go actually. We've been chatting for a while.
Yeah, about 4 hours. Not to mention the half hour earlier when
Yeah,
because of daylight savings time.
exactly.
You can't use that to revive us, can you?
What, the bot?
Holy shit, it can.
Yep.
But yeah, it was a good talk.
It was.
I thank you for
This way.
basically preventing a lot of dead air from occurring. I apologize I wasn't that responsive.
It's fine, it's fine. I talk a lot, so I can usually give myself my own conversation that I want.
I'm back.
It just put someone there to respond, it makes the conversation a bit more lively.
True.
It's like no disrespect to people that don't respond, it's like, whatever.
I found arrows.
But, yeah, no. And plus, you were able to see me get a Pokemon box that I'm never gonna open.
Well, I was able to hear you.
Yeah,
Purchase it.
because it was the same thing when I bought the Flareon tin. I bought 2 Flareon tins. One I allowed myself to open, and the other one I still have not opened.
I need light ammo.
Because I buy it for collector's reasons.
That's good enough.
I'm not. Yeah. It's like, I don't need to open this.
I cannot
It's
believe
worth
I got
more.
5 eliminations like I did, and then our ally was able to get us out of there. That was epic.
Yeah, you're still the king leader too. Like kill leader.
I'm like, I like Wraith. Wraith might be my main.
Lifeline is mine because I love
We're
how she is.
inside.
Uh-huh. But Lifeline, the ability
anyways.
to just leave and then come back like they can.
Mm-hmm.
I
You
want
could just
this.
be like, oh, it's like, oh, I'm going to go res you now. I'm going to go fight while you're getting resed. It feels nice, and I've definitely used it as, I'm going to
It's
res you so I can
extremely
use
useful.
it. It is, especially if you're in a harsh fight, and I'm like, okay, teammate, go in front of me. Why? I'm going to use you as a shield. Because I could just heal and there's a shield in front of them. It's so useful and so much fun, and I've done it. Well, anyways, see you, team.
Yeah, see it. Oh, that was my best game. Or this is my best game, I should say. 5 kills has made up for all the other deaths that I've had so far. I hope I can get more. I want to stick to the blue. car is my sidearm for emergency. That's all I'm gonna really emergency.
Enemy spotted.
Oui.
Adding an extra pair of eyes.
Might be something good.
Hostile over there.
I've spotted an enemy.
Getting shot at. Firing.
Recharging my shield.
Reloading.
I see an opponent.
Need to recharge my shields.
Backing out of my drone. I'm good to go.
Patching myself up. Throwing Arc Star.
Engaging the enemy.
Time. Care package coming in.
Engaging all incoming artillery.
You're in their sight.
Someone destroyed my drone. Reloading.
I need help. Taking a moment to heal up.
Focus. Need to recharge my shields.
Never mind.
I got blue now, so that's awesome.
Round 3. Beginning ring countdown.
Need more shields though.
Chua, we're already in the ring.
Fence deployed. The fence is complete.
Getting my eyes in the sky.
Got a replicator coming in.
Throwing a grenade. I'm in trouble.
Frag out. Arc Star.
I'm back. Logged off my drone.
Not alone. Look over here. New kill leader. I'll make sure they don't sneak up on us.
Another squad attack.
Oh fuck.
Focus. I've been down. Contact.
Damn. That's a shame.
We are not alone. Look over here.
Yeah, you're dead. Have fun. I did really fucking good that game. And just in time to wrap up with the dailies. So that's probably gonna be it for me. Yeah. I'm gonna wrap up here. I had a good time. I had a decent, basically talking to regarding Grant Kirkland. And I got some stuff done. However, I'm going to be wrapping up for the evening. So for those of you that are watching on YouTube, if you're new to them and you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Become a citizen today. Leave a like if you like and comment if you feel so inclined to do so to get more eyes on the kingdom. Since it'll help out with the algorithm. And since it'll help out with the algorithm. Okay. Like if you like and comment if you feel so inclined to do so to help out with the algorithm and get more eyes on the kingdom. Thus, citizens. If you want to help support me in other ways, you can utilize all my links or streamer links in the description below to help support me and catch me on all of my associated sites, including but not limited to Twitch, where you can catch me when I go live at 8 p.m. EST EDT every weekday. With all that said and done, though, that is going to be it for me for the time being. So until next time, take care and have a good one. For both Twitch and YouTube. Bye-bye.